Good morning, friends. I have been woken up, literally, like every day, by XYZ source. And I don't know what has to come through. They just give me the idea of devotion. It has something to do with creation, out of devotion to yourself, and I just let them stream through because I feel that X wants to say something. Double E. E. Okie dokie. Center yourself. In every human's life, there are different aspects of life and living life that has brought you here more or less in a planned way, in a way that you desired it to unfold. More or less, we say, because there are patterns, phases, areas which just emerged out of the blue by you being you. You have always known what is to do and what is to do less of. Devotional practice, focusing on you, is the only key for discovering and revealing what it is to be you in a given moment. For anyone on this world, there is only one thing that is of utmost importance. It is being the person you are here to be. It is being the person you have come to be. And this conceptualizing of who am I, why am I, for what am I, for whom am I, as long as you keep on circling and spiraling these questions in your head, you will continue the old living out of the old paradigm that exactly these questions and answers lead you into more clarity. With entering a state of resonance out of your own inner frequency within yourself that then is being reflected by your outside world is a new state of being. There is no need for you to cling on to habits, systems, structures that provide information differently than you are supposed to anchor in. Resonance is the law of attraction. Resonance is the law of as above, so below. Resonance is the willingness to deeply understand that anything that is meant for you is flowing already to you, through you, by you being you. Devotional practices are lots of free space for you to devote to you what is, in a specific way, devour, digest, disintegrate things that no longer align. And yes, we say to you, there are marketing structures, tools, plays that you no longer need to participate in. Sorry, guys. Living a world out of the crystalline anchored heart center will transform not even you and your environment, but it will transform anyone around you by you anchoring the frequency in you, living out of this frequency. For many years the powers that were, have indoctrinated you to perform in a certain way, to systemize in a certain way, to put yourself into boxes which then have been construed particles, elements of the systems you more or less are learning now to digest and to release from being actualized anymore. Boxes that only react like boxes do are the significant difference between being an awakened, heart-centered 5D, 6D, 7D and more human being that is living out of and aside of boxes. Anomalies are standards of living a life that is devoted by you. There is nothing that can apply like a formula or like a structure that is able to rationalize behavior of real new human people. This is exactly what world is now living. Structures that keep yourself running in boxes are more or less defined by giving a standardized rhythm of posting, selling, creating, being. On all sides of the market, there are acquisitions and structures, models, toys, plays, games that you don't need any longer to partake in. The repetition of partaking in such structures by giving in the feeling that this structure is needed more than you living out of devotion for yourself is inherently the mistake you are able to do, which then leads you back into a realization of a world where exactly these kinds of structures are making mankind again being capable of fitting into boxes without realizing that these boxes are self-construed bondage. Bondage in a way that may or may not be created out of naivety or out of effortless thinking by the more I put inside, the more I get outside. Humans rarely are just black boxes that strive for happiness and luck just by participating in things that kill pain points or reveal their knowledge or that have to do with healing. A lot of all these trauma drama lama is being construed, manifested and anchored by such kind of systematical exploitation that keeps on repeating itself. There is a correlation of the old powers that were and the momentum of actual rising systems that everywhere are now gaining more velocity by telling people how to treat other people in order to extract more value from them. These actions may result in profitable income and results as long as you acquire what is to be done for you to implement this system correctly. In doing so, you will gain in a short amount of time higher knowledge, and you will be able to extract a lot of value out of the people who you then treat like individuals that are being exploited by you in order for you to get what you are seeking the most from a distortion that you inherently, subconsciously or unwillingly are then postponing, producing, and unrealizing. By you thinking that people are like pigs that you shepherd and that you bring to slaughterhouse, or that you then manufacture into things that you can then eat or have some digestive income flow, you reduce human plurality into a box that is labeled by the term of capitalism and value extraction. These systems are to be neglected and are to be revealed as such. This has nothing to do whether a product has got the claimed results on and for the customers, or whether the services are produced in a very good heart and helping these people. It is about the structure that is creating misalignment between and among humans. There is no need to post everyday newsletters and to put people in permanent ping, 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 ping situation, creating the field of overflow information and necessity to partake in all of that thingy-bingy that may be relevant or less relevant. It is about neglecting a living that creates more of these structures that destroy and take away quality time from humans by operating with structures that manipulate the adversity and time spent by a human being effectively for its self-devotion. Any structure that keeps on polluting, spamming such kinds of structural misalignment will in the end fail, because this is part of the old world. In other words spoken, the divine light has always existed next to the no light. What is the destruction of light? There is no way people that are awake are unseeing that certain aspects we right now have mentioned are good. You cannot unsee that you feel certain promotion structures, funnels, emails, call it what you want, all this marketing thingy-bingies are evil in a kind of exploiting humans as value reservoirs and negotiating with their inherent ability to resonate with what it is they truly want and what not. People get every day, every second manipulated by the algorithm and by anything and everything that has been invented to extract value out of people who spend their time more or less concentrated, focused, and aware on the internet. There has been time when people just trusted and went with the flow, and exactly these times are now here to be recreated, reborn, re-established, because anything that is done out of fear, out of lack, out of the thinking that whether or not something has been promoted enoughly, promoted in a way that people get more of it, is not to be shared again. There are structures that are like poisonous cancer spreading even in the communities of so-called enlightened people. And we call out these structures that keep on polluting and disguising themselves as helping help desk tools that are needed in order for people who want to be of service for other people to gain money and to become the version of them that is needed. This is false. This is needed indeed if you want to participate in prolonging the powers that were. The powers of the old paradigm work by exploiting and extracting value from every single human, by pushing them into doing things that they don't think correctly about, by performing in a way that it is hidden how many of the ethical human rights and visions of a free, truly human that is always capable to decide whether or not something in a given moment is right or not is pursued. And with this we have ended.